prevent, to bring awareness, to advocate, and to fund youth heart screenings. That's what Heart and Hound is, and that's our goal, and that's our mission. Prevention has to be the standard, not the exception. Good morning, everybody. It is officially day 129 of Heart and Hound Run to Save, where me, my two dogs, we're running every day. Running every day to bring awareness to sudden cardiac arrest in people under the age of 25, and how prominent that it is, and how it is one of the leading causes of death in young people all around. It's one of the leading causes of death for young athletes. And we see every year multiple headlines of another young athlete collapsing in the middle of play. It's a tragedy. And it's a tragedy that I'm trying to bring to the surface, because I don't think we talk about it enough. I don't think we talk about the fact that we have so many seemingly healthy young people falling victim to sudden cardiac arrest. Most of these are stemming from an abnormality that is already in the heart that could have been found, detected, and diagnosed with preventative heart screenings like the EKG and the echocardiogram. We need to do better. We can do better, and we will do better to help keep our young next generation alive and happy and healthy and able to play all the sports and do all the things that they love. I'm not gonna lie, being a little soft today, but it's raining right now outside, and it's supposed to be only rain for like the next hour or two. My plan was to go run and then come home and lift, but we're gonna switch those up. I'm gonna lift first, have my smoothie, and then go run after we lift, see if it's not raining. We're gonna get a quick lift in. Not quick, about 45 minutes to an hour. It's about like our first real strength training session since the marathon, so should be good. Should feel nice and smooth and easy, and Maverick here is gonna help me out, right, buddy? Right, buddy boy? Hi, buddy boy.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious, I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God
wrap on today's kind of long run. We are 6 days out from the flying pig, so we're still recovering. The legs, my body feels good, but the cardiovascular system is still recovering. So we're keeping heart rate low, keeping pace low, just keeping it nice, steady, and easy. Just racking up miles while also allowing the body to recover through those miles and through just not putting any more stress on the body. So that's Saturday's 8 miles. The boys are obviously out with me, absolutely crushing it like always. They don't need any recovery. They were back the next day. I mean, heck, they were back later after the marathon, outside running around playing. So I mean, they're absolutely insane, incredible dogs, incredible working dogs. I don't know what I'd do without them. They're my boys. They keep me in touch. They keep me grounded. They keep me intact and steady. But that's Saturday's 8 miles. Felt really good. We kept pace nice and easy. Like I said, heart rate below 135. I think it was sitting around 128 to 132, somewhere around there. So we'll go check the data, hop in the shower, then have a little nutrition and get to work on our Saturday chores. So stay healthy, everybody.
I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious. I'ma go cause some pain, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I won't obey. You cannot tell me what I cannot say. I'm here to last, so yeah, I'm here to stay. I'll live each second like my final day. You can't take that away, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another weekly recap video. My name's Kyle. If you're new here, welcome. I am a heart survivor and a near-death experiencer, and I am documenting my 2026 mission that I set out for in 2026 to run 2,000 miles for the 2,000 young lives that are lost every year due to sudden cardiac arrest in people under the age of 25. I had relatively immediate open heart surgery, emergency open heart surgery at the age of 22, and I had no symptoms. I had no idea that my heart was in the midst of failure until a yearly physical. My doctor called a heart murmur and sent me for testing, and within a month within weeks I was in for open heart surgery, being told that I had weeks, if not months, left to live before my heart gave out. So want to give a quick recap. It is now, I don't know what, week 19, week 20, somewhere around there, week 20. Not 100% sure, but kind of lost track of the weeks. But want to give a quick recap of what training looked like this week after coming off the Flying Pig Marathon last Sunday. So, like I said, we ran the Flying Pig Marathon last Sunday. Ran it at about, I think we came in at 4 hours, 29 minutes. Not exactly the time I was expecting, but we had a lot of fun out there. I had my dogs with me, and it was one of the coolest, most fun races I've ever been a part of, and one of the coolest moments in my athletic career as a whole. So being able to go out there and toe the line with my two boys, who have gotten me through a lot of difficult times in my life, was a really cool experience. Bringing smiles and joy and excitement to the course was a really cool experience, and just having fun with all the people out there as well as having my dogs. So we did that last Sunday, so we are now 7 days off of the marathon. This week we ran 40 miles. So kind of what that looked like, pull up Strava real quick. We on Monday ran 4 miles. Tuesday ran 4 miles. Wednesday we did, let me see here. All right, so this week's breakdown on Strava. We had 4 miles on Monday. We had 4.2 miles on Tuesday. We had 5 miles on Wednesday. We had 6 miles on Thursday, 6 miles on Friday, 8 miles yesterday on Saturday, and then 7 miles today. Put us right above 40 miles for the week. And we actually felt really good post-marathon. I actually, my legs were not quite as sore. My cardiovascular system didn't feel as taxed as it did coming off of the 50K we did 3 weeks ago. I was definitely more taxed and stressed from the 50K than I was the marathon, which, I mean, it's an added 5 miles. So doesn't seem like a lot, but obviously it can do a lot of damage to the body and the internal systems at play. So came off the marathon and I felt really good. I feel like I executed my nutritional plan, my hydration plan really well before the race and after the race and during the race. I think that's what helped with my recovery coming into this week. So like Monday, I felt relatively good. My legs were still a little sore. But once we hit Wednesday, I was feeling really good. Like I was feeling my body physically, externally wise, was feeling fresh, like feeling very recovered. I could tell based on my metrics and my stats that my internal systems, my cardiovascular system, my central nervous system was still a bit strained and stressed from the race, just due to slightly higher heart rates during slower paces, but to be expected. I am 4 years out of open heart surgery, and I'm pushing my body to limits that most people thought were not possible, and most people would probably tell you not to push to. When I told my cardiologist that the first time that I ran a marathon, they were very shocked and seemed like very nervous. So I am doing a lot of things that most people don't. Some people out there, heart survivors, or have ran marathons, ultra marathons, done a bunch of crazy stuff. And that's who I look to as guidance and as, well, they've done it, so I can do it. I can push. I can continue to learn about my body, how it works post surgery, post that traumatic event for everything, all parts of my body, my central nervous system, my cardiovascular system, everything internally was broken, and then had to be rebuilt. So I am only on 4 years of building from that surgery, from being at the lowest point in my physical abilities probably ever. Um, so I have to keep that in mind when I fall into the trap of seeing things online of people running times and paces and different things like that, and I fall victim to the syndrome of one thinking I should be able to do that, or pushing too hard, or pushing myself to limits where I'm not allowing myself to recover. But I also got to keep in mind, hey, you're only 4 years out from surgery. You're going to get there. Keep building, keep pushing, keep grinding away, and you will get there. So that's the goal. So let's talk about what's coming next. So I've shared here, I am running the Chicago Marathon in October. I think it's the second weekend in October. So we'll be running that. So I have set my goal to run sub 4 hours for that marathon. It's much flatter than the Flying Pig. The Flying Pig had over 1,100 feet of elevation gain. The Chicago Marathon has like 300 feet of elevation gain. So a much flatter course. I've been told it's a much faster course, a much simpler, easier course on the body, on the system. So the goal is to go sub 4 hours. I don't think I'll be able to run with the dogs in that one. That one's a little bit more high profile than the Pig, even though the Pig is relatively high profile and a big race. I just feel like Chicago is going to be a little bit more difficult, unless something changes and somehow I can get a hold and be told that I'm allowed. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sneak them into that race, especially since I'll be running as a part of the American Heart Association's team of fundraising for heart health research and everything that has to do with heart health. So I want to put a good foot forward for that, because that's what my mission is all about. Heart health, specifically though for young people and young athletes. And then after that, I plan on doing a major ultra self-contained marathon through Kentucky, from the bottom southern border of Kentucky to my hometown, which is in the northern tip of northern Kentucky. So I plan on running from right under Strunk, Kentucky, and running up. The plan right now is to run up Highway 27, US 27, and come all the way up, straight up through Lexington, through Falmouth, through all those places, and come up basically straight up from the bottom to the top. I have mapped it out. It's about 200 to 220 miles, and I'm going to plan on doing it in 5 days. 5 to 7 days, somewhere around that nature. So if I do 7 days, you aren't going to be yelling at me for not doing it in 5, but the goal would be to do it in 5 days. That will put me at about 40-ish miles a day, and I think it's doable. I'll have my crew, which is basically my family members, driving my camper van along the way and helping me out as kind of my aid stations and recovery station along that route. And that is going to be my biggest fundraising event that I do. Be a heart survivor runs across the state that he grew up in, that holds a deep and dear place in his heart, and that and then finishing in the city and in the town that he loves and that he grew up in. So that's the goal, that's the story, that's the plan. And then on top of that, outside of my running, I plan on I'm in the works of putting together a heart screening event, a big heart screening event here in my hometown of Fort Thomas, Kentucky. I've gained a lot of traction on recent posts I put out about the heart screening event, gauging interest. And I mean, the outpouring of support and interest on that was absolutely insane. I think I had over 150 comments and messages of people saying that they were interested in getting their child or their children screened. Some anywhere from 2 to 4 children that these parents wanted to get screened. So, I mean, it obviously shows that this is something parents are worried about. And if I was a parent, which I am not yet, it's the one thing that I would be worried about. Me as a heart survivor, I'm going to be overly vigilant in that realm. But you see the stories every year come out, multiple stories every year of a young athlete who's seemingly healthy, falling over, collapsing in the middle of a game, in the middle of practice, and having a sudden cardiac arrest, and usually not surviving that event. And my goal is to get as many kids screened as possible so that we can catch the abnormalities that are associated with these sudden cardiac arrests, with causing these sudden cardiac arrests, and catch them before they cause that tragic event and that tragic moment. So that's the goal. And the fact that I've had over 150 parents reach out to me saying that they're interested in getting multiple children screened is a good sign, and a sign that I'm doing the right thing, and I'm pushing the right motives, and I'm pushing the right movement out there. I am trying to be the voice to the voiceless, to the ones who are not here anymore. I am running for the ones who are not here anymore, who are not capable of running anymore, who have been through the trauma that I have been through, but I was given the opportunity to have this second chance, and I don't want to let it slip through my fingers without using it for good and using it for change. And that's ultimately what I want, is change. Change in the preventative healthcare field, in yearly physicals for young kids and young athletes, making heart screenings a staple in those yearly physicals so that no young athlete can go without having a baseline test of their heart to know if there are any abnormalities in there that could cause a tragic moment to happen. So that's the goal. We have Chicago Marathon early October. We're going to do 200 miles through Kentucky, probably late October, early November-ish. We're going to do a heart screening event in this summer, whether that be June and July, just depending on when I can get dates and times. I don't have that fully broken down yet. And then I'm possibly debating doing a Hyrox race event at the end of the year. I haven't decided yet, but it's piqued my interest, and I really enjoy doing that stuff, so that's the goal. But we've got a lot coming here over the summer. A lot of training miles will be put in over the summer. We're going to have back-to-back long runs. We're going to have double days preparing for the marathon, as well as our ultra marathon through Kentucky. The dogs will be right there by my side, running every mile with me. We're going to obviously make sure at the forefront is paw care, nutrition, and all around health and hydration throughout the whole summer, throughout all our training, and have a good summer, have fun, and hopefully continue this movement for change. So that is this week's weekly recap post Flying Pig Marathon. We have 40 miles this week. We're going to put in about 50 to 60 miles next week. And then the Chicago Marathon training block starts May 19th, which is not this coming Tuesday, but the following Tuesday or Monday or whatever it is. So that's this week's recap. Remember, prevention is the standard, not the exception. Stay healthy. Have a good week, everybody. I'll see you on the next one.